This story is called The Gardiner by Sarah Stewart. This is realistic fiction, and like the other stories we've been reading, it's about finding beauty. This story is set in the city, so let's read to find out why this girl is carrying a sunflower at the top of the stairs. August 27th, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, Grandma told us after supper that you want me to come live with you in the city until things get better. Did she tell you that Papa has been out of work for a long time? And no one asks Mama to make dresses anymore? We all cried, even Papa. But then Mama made us laugh with her stories about you chasing her up trees when you were both little. Did you really do that? I'm small but strong, and I'll help you all I can. However, Grandma said to finish my schoolwork before doing anything else. Your niece, Lydia Grace Finch. So Lydia dated this letter. This story happens in 1935, and a lot of people were out of work at that time. Why does Lydia have to go to Uncle Jim's? September 8th, 1935. Dear Uncle Jim, I'm mailing this letter from the train station. I forgot to tell you in the last letter 3 important things that I am too shy to say to your face. Number 1, I know a lot about gardening, but nothing about baking. Number 2, I'm anxious to learn to bake, but is there any place to plant seeds? And number 3, I like to be called Lydia Grace, just like Grandma. Your niece, Lydia Grace Finch. On the train. September 4th, 1935. Dear Mama, I feel so pretty in your dress that you made over for me. I hope you don't miss it too much. Dear Papa, I haven't forgotten what you said about recognizing Uncle Jim. Just look for Mama's face with a big nose and a mustache. I promise. Does he have a sense of humor? And dearest Grandma, thank you for the seeds. The train is rocking me to sleep, and every time I doze off, I dream of gardens. Love to all, Lydia Grace. So look at the train station and think about how Lydia must be feeling. How have you felt when you've gone somewhere unfamiliar? September 5th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I'm so excited. There are window boxes here. They look as though they've been waiting for me. So now we'll both wait for spring. And Grandma, the sun shines down in the corner where I live and work. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim doesn't smile. Now, boys and girls, a window box is an elevated box where you plant flowers, usually made of wood. December 25th, 1935. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I adore the seed catalogs you sent me for Christmas. And Grandma, thank you for all the bulbs. I hope you received my drawings. I wrote a long poem for Uncle Jim. He didn't smile, but I think he liked it. He read it aloud and then put it in his shirt pocket and patted it. Love to all, Lydia Grace. February 12th, 1936. Dearest Grandma, thank you again for those bulbs you sent at Christmas. You should see them now. I really like Ed and Emma Beach, Uncle Jim's friends, who work here. When I first arrived, Emma told me she'd show me how to knead bread if I would teach her the Latin names of all the flowers that I know. Now, just a half a year later, I'm kneading bread and she's speaking Latin. More good news. We have a store cat named Otis, who at this very moment is sleeping at the foot of my bed. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. Uncle Jim isn't smiling, but I'm hoping for a smile soon. Oh, here's the cat. Okay, so this letter that Lydia wrote is dated in February. Almost 6 months have passed after she wrote the first letter. March 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I've discovered a secret place. You can't imagine how wonderful it is. No one knows but Otis. I have great plans. Thank you for all the letters. I'll try to write more, but I'm really busy planting all your seeds in cracked teacups and bent cake pans. And Grandma, you should smell the good dirt I'm bringing home from the vacant lot down the street. Love to all, Lydia Grace. So think about what you notice and think about the secret place that Lydia has discovered. What might she be thinking? May 27th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, you should have heard Emma laugh today when I opened your letter and dirt fell out onto the sidewalk. Thank you for all the baby plants. They survived the trip in the big envelope. More about Emma. She's helping me with the secret place. Hooray! Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I saw Uncle Jim almost smile today. The store was full, well, almost full, of customers. June 27th, 1936. Dear Grandma, flowers are blooming all over the place. I'm also growing radishes, onions, and 3 kinds of lettuce in the window boxes. Some neighbors have brought me containers to fill with flowers. And a few customers even gave me plants from their garden this spring. They don't call me a Lydia Grace anymore. They call me the Gardiner. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I'm sure Uncle Jim will smile soon. I'm almost ready to show him the secret place. July 4th, 1936. Dearest Mama, Papa, and Grandma, I am bursting with happiness. The entire city seems so beautiful, especially this morning. The secret place is ready for Uncle Jim. At noon, the store will close for the holiday, and then we'll bring him up to the roof. I've tried to remember everything you ever taught me about beauty. Love to all, Lydia Grace. P.S. I can already imagine Uncle Jim's smile. July 11th, 1936. Dear Mama, Papa, and Grandma, my heart is pounding so hard, I'm sure the customers can hear it downstairs. At lunch today, Uncle Jim put the closed sign on the door and told Ed and Emma and me to go upstairs and wait. He appeared with the most amazing cake I've ever seen, covered in flowers. I truly believe that cake equals 1,000 smiles. And then he took your letter out of his pocket with the news of Papa's job. I'm coming home. Love to all and see you soon, Lydia Grace. P.S. Grandma, I've given all of my plants to Emma. I can't wait to help you in your garden again. We gardeners never retire.